We're live. We're back.
Tony
It's been
Romo.
3 days.
Freaking Tony Romo killed my internet because he heard us
3
talking shit.
days, but Rob or Tony Romo finally allowed Rob's Wi-Fi to come back online.
Yep,
Very happy days.
we made it. We're back.
We made it.
Let's get back into it.
Technically, it was actually it was active on Friday night, but just
Things didn't work out.
Things didn't work out, and that's all right. But we're back. We're live. How's your weekend been, Mr. Joking? Rare Sunday
it's been
night
good.
episode here.
Sunday episode.
This might be our first Sunday episode ever. I could be forgetting one.
Yeah. I think maybe we've had one in like the summer, but I can't think of too many times that there's that possibility. So yeah, I think you're right.
Well, happy Sunday then. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Big week ahead. But before getting into all that, we got the whole second 2/3 of the schedule to talk about. We got through the first third of the schedule, weeks 1 through 6. We got 7 through 18 to talk about now.
Not really any NFL news in the past few days, other than maybe like the rookie preview. That's always pretty cool, but
it's always fun to see them in their jerseys.
It is. They had Milroe and Arroyo.
Well, there was some big news. Brock Purdy.
Oh, how could I forget? I've been arguing with Niner fans on Twitter about it.
I was gonna say that reminded me of that.
I mean, it was not entirely serious. I hate on Purdy. He's a good quarterback. I can't. He's a fine quarterback. But, the way I think about it is I don't think he's an elite quarterback, and they're paying him a lot of money. Yeah, sure, they're paying him around the range of like Tua and Goff, but that's still a big chunk of your cap. Your best other players are pretty old. You got Trent Williams, who I don't know how he's still playing. George Kittle, who's a great player when he's healthy, but the thing is, old players aren't healthy, especially with that physical playing style. And you get the absolute worst position to bet on for older players, which is running back,
Yep.
So other than that, your young core is Purdy, Bosa, and Warner.
And Ayuk.
I mean, the whole Ayuk thing is just weird.
Right.
Like, they want to get out of that contract at this point already. Like, they had big-time buyer's remorse on him. So, I feel like maybe there's something going on with long-term injury stuff. I don't know. That whole situation, it just smells a little weird to me. And I am a hater. I'll never deny that I'm a hater. But I think those are all fair points to bring up at the very least.
Right, but they do have Jawan Jennings, who's
a scrub. I'm a hater. I'm the biggest hater.
He had a good year. He had a good year.
He had a good year. I'll say it. I've finally kind of eaten crow on that one.
Hold on. It's Jawan Jennings. Was he drafted out of Oregon?
No, he was
drafted out of Tennessee. He was at Oregon, but he was drafted out of Tennessee. Okay. So, right? Am I crazy? No, he was never at Oregon. Who am I I'm thinking Jawan Johnson. Never mind. Jawan Jennings, Jawan Johnson. They're all the same.
But
Jawan Jennings.
Let's be honest here. Their drafting hasn't been too great as of late.
It's not. No.
So honestly, here's what I think the player who I really like that they got late, who I think is a perfect fit in their system, that I think maybe you should have slow played the Purdy stuff for.
Who's that? Curtis Rourke?
I really like Curtis Rourke, man. I think he's a perfect fit in that system, and maybe give Purdy a tag to see what you got with Rourke. I'm being completely honest here. I just really like Curtis Rourke.
Yeah, they didn't have a great draft. I'm looking at it right now. We'll get into that more in the draft grade episode.
Of the last few years, their best draft pick's been Dominic Pooney. And then other than that, it's been like nothing.
No love for Jawan Jennings. That was a few years ago, actually. Hold on. I'm trying to think of past Niners draft class. But yeah, Dominic Pooney, that pick actually ended up working out pretty well. But He got a really strong first year in San Fran. Who else though? Malik Mustafa. He's gonna miss all this year, but he was
I
pretty good.
know, right? Just brutal. He's a
He
player
was
for
pretty
them.
good when he played. Isaac Garendo, he was good when he played. He also got hurt. Excuse me.
I don't really fully trust running back production when it comes to the
That's fair.
Niners.
That's fair because it's always going to be inflated. I feel like.
Like I think of that like draft class with Tyron Davis Price and like Jordan Mason. It's like, oof.
That's true. Gosh, man, they
Jonas
drafted
or
Ty
Danny Gray.
Davis, or yeah, they drafted Ty Davis Price in the 3rd round. That's crazy. He's not even. Is he even in the league right now? Is he on a team? I know Danny Gray, who they also drafted in the 3rd round that same year, just got cut. I think. Ty Davis Price, a free agent. Danny Gray might be on the Eagles still. I might have been. Yeah, okay. Danny Gray is still in the Eagles. Ty Davis Price just got cut by the Eagles.
Yeah, like some of their
Or
drafting, man, it's not been good. It's been pretty rough.
That's rough. Yeah, that 2022. It's funny actually. The Niners 2022 draft is horrible outside of their last pick, who is Brock So it's like their entire franchise right now based on their Mr.
Just
Irrelevant.
absolutely lucking into that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Here we go. Here we go. The Niners, and we'll get into this more, but we'll get into the schedule eventually. But their draft. Here we go. 1st round pick got traded to Miami. Their 2nd round pick, Drake Jackson, who they just cut. 3rd round pick, Ty Davis Price, who wasn't on the team this year, just got cut by the Eagles. Other 3rd-round pick, Danny Gray, currently on the Eagles. 4th-round pick, Spencer Burford. Hey, he's still in the Niners. They got one. 5th-round pick, Samuel Womack, currently on the Colts. 6th-round pick, Nick Zakel. I have no idea how to
Some
pronounce
Polish
that.
name.
Yeah. He's still in the Niners, at least, though. Tackle from Fordham. So, hey, at least the offensive linemen are still in the team. Kalia Davis, 6th-round pick, still on the team. I'll give you that. Tariq Castro Fields on his 4th team in 3 years. And then Brock Purdy, some guy who we've heard of before, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's rough.
So, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I think Burford might be starting for him. He might be starting.
Was Burford the guy that cost him the Super Bowl?
He might be. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up Niners depth chart. '49ers depth chart here. I think he might be a starting guard for him. No, he's not even starting. He's their backup left guard. And Nick Z, who I couldn't pronounce the last name of, is their backup right guard. Dang, Spencer Burford's unseated by Ben Barch. That's rough. That's rough. Maybe they got Jawan Jennings. I'm just gonna keep bringing up Jawan Jennings every time I can. Should we get into the schedule here, though? I know it cut off right before you got to talk about Week 6. So, do you have any big things on the Week 6 schedule you want to talk about?
One last thing. Who did the Bengals send to the preview?
To the what?
To the rookie preview.
They didn't have a single guy there. I thought Taj Brooks would be there, but no, they didn't have a single guy there.
That sucks. I hate when they do that. The selection for that is always so weird.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because it's honestly, usually it's like every quarterback, running back, and wide receiver that's drafted would be there.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, Taj Brooks wasn't there. But then Abdul Carter was. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was Arroyo and Milrow for us. So it's cool seeing Milrow in the blue and green.
They should just make it every team's first pick.
Honestly, they should. I'd rather see Grace Abel there.
Yeah.
They
Or
had
maybe
no
like
O
first 3
lineman.
picks there to make up number. Usually there's 40 something guys there, so maybe up to 64. Every team's first 2 picks,
They said
regardless of position.
they had Shadur and
Dylan Gabriel, yeah.
Gabriel. That was pretty funny.
Sugar does not rock the number 12. I gotta say, he's got to find his way. He got to convince DeAndre Carter to give him number 2, man. Number 12 is a great quarterback number, but not on Shadur. Some quarterbacks should, maybe it's a build thing. Like I feel like you got to be like a stockier quarterback to rock a double-digit number.
Oh, absolutely.
When you're slim, you gotta have a single-digit one.
No, you're 100% right. I see it. All right. Anything that sticks out to you on this week? I think San Francisco, Tampa Bay that's always a fun game.
That's a fun one.
Bengals going to Titletown.
Bengals, yep, that's gonna be a fun one. That's two weeks in a row they play an NFC North team in a game of the week slot. So unless of course they decide to make New Orleans the game of the week slot, which
Yes, they totally will.
Shock me. That's a fantastic Sunday night game, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City. Surprised they didn't try to lock that one down for a game of the week spot.
And a pretty lame Monday.
LA Miami, the Herbert Tua Bowl.
Oh, yep, the classic.
The Acho Bowl.
Actually, I take it back. The Monday night games actually do have some interesting storylines. You got Wilson versus Daniels. You got Penix taking on Josh Allen in the A.
I'll say more of an interesting. I mean, this is a direct rematch of the Fail Mary game, or not the Fail.
Oh,
Mary,
that's right.
The Stevenson career.
Oh God, that is just one of the funniest.
Every year, I feel like Atlanta gets a bunch of early season primetime games.
Yeah.
Like last year, this was the case too. And then and then by the end of the year, it's all 1 p.m. games. I guess not. I guess let's see. Hold on, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. I guess they've got some late season primetime this year too. But like a 1-1, yeah. Huh. Wow, they do not have Atlanta in the 10 o'clock slot very often. They must have a lot of faith in Mike.
I believe.
Oh wow, LA Baltimore, missed that one. That one's quietly amazing game. It's hiding in there. Let's see, anything else here? No, it's pretty. First London game. Oh wait, never mind. Second London game. I forgot. Minnesota, Cleveland was first London game. Denver, New York. Snuck another London game.
Shadur's gonna make a fool of himself in London.
Is Jackson Dart starting on Thursday Night Football against the Eagles at this point, or is it still Russ or Jameis?
I think they're going to be patient with Dart.
They probably should be.
It's called.
They keep going back and forth.
Gruden just being like dumbfounded with Dart's signal cadence is just so funny to me. He's like, what are they doing to these young men? What have they done to the game I love?
He's like, show me purple. You serious? You serious? You know what? Gruden's show is hilarious, man. Gruden's show is hilarious.
It's so.
I also love. I don't know if you watched it, but the Bucks schedule reveal video was just Gruden like pulling up memorabilia. One thing I respect about he is just a walking football encyclopedia.
Oh yeah, he
was pulling out like just random references to players like no one's thought of in years. And he was like, "Yeah, we traded for him from the Arizona Cardinals. He turned into a good player for us. I bet he. I don't remember what guy he was talking about, but he was like, oh, I bet he wish he was lining up in Week 4 when the Bucks go to play the Cardinals or whatever it was."
That rocks.
It was just like walking football inside.
He loves ball, man. He loves our beautiful sport.
All right, on to Week 7 here. Thursday night, Steelers Bengals. Bengals for the first time in freaking forever get a home primetime game against a division opponent. Actually, you know what? And you know what? Apparently the Bengals actually complained to the league about this.
Oh,
The
really?
Ravens haven't played an away primetime division game since 2020, and in that span, the Bengals have played I think 9 away primetime division games. So the league, they acquiesced and they gave the Bengals a home primetime game against the Steelers.
That's a pretty fair complaint.
And then they still have to go to Baltimore in primetime. So they're like, we'll grant you one thing, but so
You're still going to Baltimore in prime time.
you still have to go to Baltimore primetime. Which is 4 years in a row they've had to go to Baltimore in primetime, which is actually kind of
Really?
crazy.
That is interesting.
Which actually I found out is not the record. Turns out from
Cowboys.
The record is Bears Packers from 2010 to 2018, 9 years in a row. The Bears played the Packers in Green Bay on primetime every single year. That's a fun fact for you. 9 years running. And they lost all but 2 of those games. So
Off-season champs.
Off-season champs. That's right. Hey, they got the Pope on their side now. They're good. They're good.
The Pope. I saw graffiti in
Pope.
Chicago saying Pope Town.
Pope Town. But anyways, Bengals finally get a home primetime game against division round. This is also their only home primetime game of the season. So yay. Then LA Jacksonville could actually end up being a fun London game if the Jags improve. Or they'll be Duval. Let's see other storylines this week. Philly, Minnesota should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Washington, Dallas.
Oh, that'll be fun.
If the Cowboys are healthy at that point, that'll be a good one.
Bucks, Lions, that'll be fun.
Bucks,
Seahawks,
Lions
Texans, that'll be fun.
This is a fantastic Monday slate.
Yeah,
Week
but ours is
Monday night.
Ours is
Holy
locked.
cow, they could.
Ours is locked on ESPN Plus. I have ESPN Plus, but it's like, oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I got ESPN Plus because I got Disney Plus. I wouldn't have ESPN Plus if I didn't have Disney Plus.
I buy it for my dad to watch hockey every Father's Day. I get him a yearly, and I also know the password. So
that's fair. That's fair. That's true. ESPN Plus is like the Sunday ticket of hockey.
It is. No, he loves it.
That's good. That's good. Man, what a freaking Monday night. October 20th, 2025. We're gonna be eating good.
Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one. We can see Mike McDonald destroy CJ Stroud's mind where he doesn't know how to process his tiny mind.
And then Atlanta, San Fran for the Sunday night game. Green Bay, Arizona will be fun for a late afternoon.
No, it won't. They're gonna get killed.
I don't know about that one. I think
I'm just a Cardinals hater.
I don't have a ton of faith in Green Bay this year, and I think Arizona could be interesting.
People say that every year. They're never.
Yeah, but I more so don't think Green Bay is.
That's fair. That's fair. They're due for some aggression.
I could see those being like wild card contenders.
Wild card contender. You're funny.
I don't know, man. I think Arizona could be a wild. They were close last year. They were very much middle. They finished 8-9. It's not like they were like dog shit.
Yeah, I know, but like they're just mid.
Well, that's the thing. In the NFC, mid's good enough.
That is a fair argument. I'll give you that.
So I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders or anything like that, but you get a lot.
I don't know, dog. When double XP weekends start, just like how the Dolphins freeze, the Cardinals get nerfed.
That's true. All they just needs to not have a double XP weekend 1 year until after the NFL season happens and see what happens with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting marketing campaign. No double XP weekends until the Cardinals are eliminated.
There you go. See what happens. See what happens. Um,
A social experiment, if you will.
social experiment, if you will. You know what? Whoever Treyarch or whoever's running Call of Duty nowadays, they've got enough money. They could run a social experiment for one weekend. For a few months. They're still having a double XP weekend, but they're going to delay it a few months. On to week 8, Minnesota, LA. That's a fun one.
Rematch. Wait, no, they played in the playoffs.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
The Chargers are in the AFC.
Oh. I'm an idiot. I thought Rams for a second.
That's a you're fired hot shot.
That's a fired hot shot. We got to make that into a soundbite. Get an AI voice
Honestly.
of. I don't think there's enough video or audio of Mark Davis talking to make that. But
that's
probably
true. Hey, we got AI now though, so we'll be okay. We'll be able to make it happen.
I don't think there's enough there for an AI to get a good idea of it though.
You might be right. We'll figure something out.
Send AI to PF Chang's in Vegas.
There you go. Let's see. New York, Cincinnati. Oh, this Seattle's bye this weekend. Let's see what else. What are storylines we got here? Dallas, Denver. That's an interesting game.
That could be fun.
That one could be fun. Green Bay, Pittsburgh. That'll be
a classic
classic
NFL powers.
Oh, Washington, KC. That's gonna be a fun game. Monday night. They're kind of cooking with this Monday night slate, actually.
Battle of racist teams.
Yeah, the battle of the racist teams. Hey, they got good quarterbacks at least. Racist teams with good quarterbacks.
That's true. Speaking of the quarterbacks of those teams, Brittany Mahomes.
I hate that. I know what you're
talking about. The memes about that have been so funny.
Jeez, man. Anyways,
oh my gosh, NFL fans are insane, man.
NFL fans are wild, man, and that's the funny thing. I feel like people talk about NBA fans like they're like these crazed lunatics, and they are, to be fair. But I feel like NFL fans are just like they're a different breed. But because I feel like NFL memes just become like a thing. Like they're too
mainstream.
They're too mainstream. That's what I'm thinking. NFL memes don't stay confined to the NFL the way NBA memes stay contained to the NBA world. NFL memes become like a thing.
Oh yeah.
The NFL is too big for its own good.
Oh yeah, way too big.
Let's say, jeez.
Those memes have been so funny. Oh my god.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about the too big until talking.
Oh my god! And they say we're not sickos like NBA fans.
Great primetime slate, by the way. Look at that. Look at these 3 games.
That is a good.
Hey, I don't even think McCarthy versus Harbaugh. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, that'll be a fun narrative.
Yeah, there you go. There's something. Big week. And then on to the Halloween games. On to the Halloween.
Spooky.
Games. No Halloween day games. Halloween night games this year. But some fun narratives here. Baltimore always chokes whenever they play Miami, so that'll be fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Battle of former number 1 picks, Caleb and Burrow in Cincinnati. Got the first Vikings-Lions game of the week, or of the year, I should say, of the week. Yeah, they're gonna play a few times. Herbert versus Ward. I had to sneak Tennessee in there somewhere. What else? What else? Denver, Houston.
That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be a good one. Let's see.
Oh, Chiefs, Bills.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's a headliner right there. Chiefs, Bills. That's a great one.
Seahawks Commies will be fun.
That'll be a very fun game. Sunday night. Look at that. And then the wild card contending Arizona Cardinals going up against the Dolphins. That's gonna be great.
Dude, Shoddy's got to be one and done, man.
Oh, he absolutely.
I don't know if Jerry has it in him to do a one and done though.
He probably on. We think he's gonna be one and done. He'll end up being there for 8 years.
I don't think they could get worse. I didn't think they could get worse than Jason Garrett, and they proved me wrong.
And they got Mike McCarthy, and then we didn't think he could do worse than Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy, who admitted he lied in his job interview.
Yeah, right. And continued to keep the job years after.
For years.
He should have been fired. He should have been fired think about this. The Cowboys Niners game where
the screen
Dak didn't or not that one. Oh well, yes,
that one. The next year,
Dak didn't get down in time, and then he ended up not spiking it and losing, and the clock running out. McCarthy should have been fired after that game. He proceeded to keep his job another 3 years after that game.
He should have been fired after that screen.
He should have been fired after that one, absolutely. And then he absolutely freaking should have been fired after they got their asses whooped by Green Bay in the wild card round.
Mm-hmm.
He kept his job after every single one of those games.
I feel like
this year he might have kept his job again, but apparently the contract negotiations fell through.
I feel like Jerry wants to be the reason he doesn't fire those awful coaches he brings in is he wants to appear to be one of those stable organizations that smartly are patient with their coaches. However, the rot starts way deeper than there's just way too much rot to do that effectively. And also, those well-run franchises also don't hire awful coaches.
Yeah, they hire good coaches. Like the Steelers have only had 3 coaches in 50 years because they've hired 3 really good coaches in 50 years.
Yeah. It's like you don't understand why they're patient. They're patient because they know they have good coaches and know how to hire them.
They have a good coach. They're not patient just because they're patient. Well, I mean, okay, they're patience breeds trust, which breeds better coaching. I will say that. There's an argument to be made there. But if you realize that your guy just isn't that guy, don't stick with him just cause.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's the trap that Jerry's falling into.
Oh, let's see what else.
Because the last 3 coaches they've had have clearly been awful.
Yep. Oh wait, we already talked about that. Okay. So now we're into November. Oh, look at that. We're into the we're into Mountain Time now. 6:15 p.m. for Primetime games. Yep, that's
horrible.
Sure. Hey man, it's better for you because it means you don't have to stay up as late for pods.
True.
So
utter woke nonsense.
Utter woke nonsense. Hey, Arizona getting off of daylight savings time.
No, you guys are smart. You guys are smart.
Yeah.
You should be doing that.
Every state should be doing that, honestly. But
every northern state.
Well, then it fucks Arizona over because now it's like, oh, sweet. So I get to be on Pacific time for 6 months and Mountain time for 4.
True.
Pacific time for 8 months, Mountain time for 4 months. And it's like, yay, this is consistent. Actually, you know what? To a certain degree, it is kind of fun that, NFL games aren't ending till like 9:30. So that's kind of fun. And also like and it's only a few weeks of college football before it's over, but like I get to have a little bit of that Pac-12 after dark experience where like Pac-12, not Pac-12 games anymore, but like West Coast games are ending at like midnight or a little after midnight. You get a little bit of that flavor. Like I remember the 2022 Apple Cup when that was in at Pullman. crazy game, late start. I was watching that. I still lived in Seattle at the time, but
Mm-hmm.
I flew down to Arizona for Thanksgiving, watching that game. And good gracious, I was falling asleep in the fourth. It was a very fun game, very exciting game, lots of big plays, and I could not stay awake. And that was my
Mm-hmm.
first taste of Mountain Time football. It was an experience.
Those Hawaii tests are Hawaii tests.
Yeah, Hawaii tests become a real Hawaii test.
Like Hawaii tests for me was like, oh, fun, more football later.
Yeah. Well, I always remembered being able, the Hawaii test. That's like a true Hawaii test. West Coast, it's like midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It'll end around midnight, but on Mountain Time, it's like 1 a.m. and you're like,
imagine an East Coast Hawaii test, man. Oof.
oh man, jeez.
I can do that.
I mean, that's why it got coined the Hawaii test. That's why Pac-12 After Dark got its name. It's like those people on the West Coast or East Coast, they're not staying up till midnight. They're staying up till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like that's a test.
Pac-12 After Dark is honestly one of the biggest factors for why the conference died.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. But Christian McCaffrey was making all these like amazing plays, and it was 1 a.m.
And nobody was watching.
It was 1 a.m. on the East Coast.
The last time I remember watching this was just such a like out of body experience. This whole 24 hours, but it was the whole 24 hours of the UW Oregon game in 23, where I'm staying up late with my buddies watching the Colorado Stanford Ironmaner game.
Yeah,
and then we wait out all the night in Red Square, and like people are showing up to Red Square like, Colorado lost that game. I was like, yeah, I was watching.
Classic. That was a great football weekend.
I'll never forget that time. That was just such a. I'm happy I got to see Lee Corso in person.
Yeah. Oh, and the Bengals beat the Seahawks the next day too.
Oh, yep, that's right.
Great football weekend.
That was an awful game too.
It was. That was peak injured Burrow. I don't think Higgins even played. It was rough.
And the Seahawks red zone play calling was just.
Oh yeah, they had like 3 red zone turnovers.
I was pulling my hair out because Waldron didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yep. Anyways, week 10. Sorry, we got sidetracked.
Although I will say Gino did miss the shallow cross wide open on that one. I don't know why, because that was the primary read too.
Yep. That was, what's funny is it's funny that the Bengals held them to 13 points and won, because like the Seahawks were walking up and down the field all freaking day. But then they get to the red zone and then they either throw a
the one thing about Gino, I felt like he turned into a different quarterback in the red zone, man. His red zone play cost us the playoffs last year.
Yeah, which is so funny because that's the green zone. That's where you're supposed to make things happen, and that's where he always melted down.
I know, like it not like melted down, like tons of red zone picks, like not converted.
He was a better quarterback between the 20s than he was in the red zone. How many quarterbacks can say that?
Not many.
Ridiculous. Let's see. Anyways, here we go. Thursday night, Vegas, Denver. Yeah.
That's a Thursday night game.
That's a Thursday. That's peak Thursday night. Buffalo, Miami. Yeah, okay. Baltimore, Minnesota will be fun.
That'll be really fun.
Game right there.
Really good. That's gonna be fun defenses to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Brady Bowl minus the Brady. Why? How did they not have Tom Brady calling this game? We got Pat's freaking Bucks. They only play once every 4 years, and we don't have Brady calling the game. Crazy missed opportunity.
Oh no, he'd be so annoying though.
Oh, absolutely. But still. Oh, they got him in Washington for Lions Commanders. Blech. That's actually fantastic.
I'm so not over Damo's end zone celebration in that playoff game.
Oh, jeez. Oh man, the damage that did to, and I'll just say this: the damage that did to sixth graders during recess.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's bad.
It was rough, man. It was rough. It was rough.
I
I had to start giving out fines like I was Goodell.
That's one of the few times like where I go from no fun league to yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's where it's like, you know what? I get it.
It was still so funny. It's like what
It was
that guy's
hilarious.
so
Don't get me wrong.
crazy. That guy's
I'm
so
like,
crazy.
dude,
Like, why do you think you? Why did you decide to do that?
what was going through his head when he was just
That
like, you
guy.
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start dry humping the earth.
That guy's got issues, man. He's got early onset CTE because like he got like banned for a year for gambling in the facility. It's like this guy.
He's on the Antonio Brown career path, but he's not as good.
Yeah, he's there's something wrong with that guy, man.
Yeah. He's hilarious, though, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if he
It's
keeps doing
so
shit
funny.
like that, I'm glad he's on my team, man.
See, like he gets penalties like DK, but they're actually funny, and he's better than DK.
Yeah. Smart dynamic for sure. I mean, okay, I will say that. I mean, I think after the catch, like what he's able to do in the open field, like I can see some similarities between JMO and AB actually.
I can too.
He's not as dynamic of a route runner though. AB
No.
could just fucking get open. He was insane at that.
AV was just absurd. Prime AB. I was like the first time we ever had like a LOB era shootout was against the Killer Bees.
Yeah.
Like Doug Baldwin had an insane game, and that's how we won it. Like even the LOB had trouble stopping Prime AB, man.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see here. Yeah, is JMO going to be the next AB? I feel like AB had already broken out at this point. What JMO entering? And JMO's entering year 4.
Really?
That's weird to think about. Who's entering year 4? Yeah, AB had already broken out at this point. He hasn't really had his breakout yet.
All right, I just looked up the JMO celebration because this is so funny.
Yeah, JMO, that'll be a great game. Washington, Detroit, the rematch. Pittsburgh, LA, that's a fun
He
night.
started celebrating at the 15-yard line.
Hold on, I gotta watch this. I like how you type in Jameson Will. You don't even have to type in Jameson Will. I just type in Jameson on YouTube. First result, Jameson Williams celebration.
I just looked up JMO, and it came up the same way. And they were down too. It's just hilarious.
He was going wild, man. Yeah, they were down 10. It wasn't even like, I mean, that wasn't even to give them the lead or anything, or even to tie it. That was still within 3. Now, granted, it was a great play. Still. Oh, I forgot this was when Bridgewater was in the game.
Yeah. he's like holding the ball up at the 15-yard line.
Oh yeah, that's freaking insane. And then he does the front flip in. Oh no, this one cut it off.
Oh no, Harrison, I got a good one.
Oh, here we go. I'm just gonna watch the YouTube short of it. The YouTube short doesn't cut it off. Gibbs is like tackling him. He's trying to save his buddy the fine, man. He's trying to save the fine.
He's like, stop.
Stop! You don't want to get fined for this.
He might be one of like the most disciplined men in NFL history.
Honestly, yeah. But if you log up all of his suspensions and his fines, man, it's gotta be up there.
Camp Chancellor and like LOB guys are pretty high up there. They got a lot of fines. Marshawn got a ton of fines because of equipment stuff.
That's true. Vontae's perfect. There you go. That's my fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Pac-Man got a lot of fines too, though.
Pac-Man, yep, that's a good one.
I have both of them.
Fontaz got some big fines. I think he got a huge.
And towards the end, they didn't even fine him. They just suspend him for. He'd do one thing. Like he'd have one like border. Okay, and this pissed me off in 20. I think it was 17. It was 2017. He like hit a guy like a little bit late in a preseason game, and he got a 4-game suspension.
Yeah, he just lost benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
that was the issue
and
with
I
him.
know that's exactly what it was, but I'm like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that is pretty over the top. You know who didn't get called a dirty player, but who was incredibly dirty?
Is that
Clay Matthews.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
He had a lot of late hits.
Speaking of Clay Matthews, Philadelphia Green Bay Monday night.
Ooh, that'll be a fun
Also,
one.
Brazil game rematch from last year.
Oh yeah. Did they have lasers?
Holy shit, man!
Did they have lasers at that Brazil game? Because I remember that was Mexico City. I remember those Mexico City games. People kept shooting lasers at Brock Osweiler.
I didn't
like
realize
the ref was like
during soccer games, because I don't watch a lot of Latin American soccer games, but I saw like a YouTube short of like they were doing PKs at a soccer game in like Colombia or something, and like his face was just covered in lasers, and I'm like, man, these fucking fans are wild.
I just remember like a ref being like, please refrain from shooting lasers onto the field.
Yep. In soccer, they fucking allow it, I guess. So they're like, yeah, who's going to stop us? And the NFL was like, no, that.
Honestly, kind of crazy that they don't stop that.
Yeah, right. Here we go. Week 11. Jets Patriots, the Thursday night game everyone wants. First game in Spain here. Washington, Miami. That's actually kind of a fun one. Fun one to send to Spain. That'll be high scoring. Tampa, Buffalo in the morning slot. That'll be a fun one.
I'm trying to think of the worst team to send to Spain just from like pronunciation. Los Pittsburgh Steelers, because there's always
Steelers.
They always like to add E's before S's a lot of times.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. Steelers. Seahawks.
No, it's S's followed by.
Oh, with the T. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Consonants.
Or just consonants.
Not vowels, yeah. So, like, it's Spotify.
Yeah, I guess that's the only case, because I think the only other S team is the Saints, and they're...
Yeah. Los Santos.
Oh, they'd probably love the Saints coming to town in Spain.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait until the dude Pope uses hashtag Saints.
Oh, yeah. Gets the
Saint logo. Oh, that's the best. Francis's Twitter did that all the freaking time. It was hilarious. And I bet he was. Well, I mean, they don't use their Twitter, so.
Right. No, it's a PR team that does it.
Although, hey, Pope Leo actually has used Twitter before. There's no way Francis did.
That's true. He has. His Twitter account's still up there. You can find it.
No, he deactivated it.
Oh, is it deactivated now? Okay,
yeah.
I found it a few days ago. Or weeks ago, however long it was. I found it like the day after he was...
Because Robert Prevost no longer exists.
Robert Prevost no longer exists. He's not...
I heard like someone like sent him like a friend request on Facebook. He got blocked.
He declined. He literally declined it.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be one thing if it was completely ignored, but he freaking...
He declined it.
I respect that, man.
Like, did you see like one of his brothers was taking an interview and like he got a call from him and he's like and the first thing he says like why aren't you picking up your phone? He's like, I'm in an interview right now.
Well, I love that and small thing here. His Facebook account, he only had like 180 friends on Facebook. I wonder how many people tried to friend him after.
Oh, so many. Dude, Latin Americans love Facebook. They love Facebook. So, one of the biggest places for Catholics who also love Facebook. Oh, dude, they were going crazy on that.
Yeah. He's probably deactivated his Facebook account now too.
I bet you. I mean, oh gosh, just imagine that. You no longer become you.
Yeah, you're right. You literally have to go by a different name now. Like that'd be crazy. Like you
lose your
Leo.
personhood.
You're not Robert. He's not Robert anymore. He's Leo now.
Yeah, I know. That's got to be a very difficult thing to deal with mentally.
Man, it's crazy to think that I still remember my first exposure to like the papacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're talking with our Pope Talk episode was a few weeks ago, but my first exposure to the papacy was when I fist fought Pope Alexander VI in Assassin's Creed 2.
That's awesome.
Still one of the most wild freaking video game endings.
Did you win?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It's a story, but it's just like it's crazy to think in a game series about like time travel and like ancient aliens and like gods and shit. One of the things that people are like, yeah, this game is bonkers, is in the second game where you fist fight the Pope. Like that's where people drew the line. I do love Assassin's Creed though. Great.
Assassin's Creed's a great series. Great series. I loved the Black Flag where you got to be a pirate.
Oh, Black Flag's so good. Black Flag's so good.
And they'd sing shanties when you're sailing around. Oh man, that rocked.
Honestly, Rodrigo Borgia might be the only pope that is more well known for his real name than his papal name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's Alexander VI because him and his whole family were so fucking corrupt, the Borgias.
Mm-hmm.
They were like straight up bad guys. They were like the bad guys in the Renaissance.
Interesting.
Yeah, very fun.
I don't know too much about that.
They had a Netflix show about them.
What's it called? I'll definitely watch it.
I think it's literally just called the Borgias.
How do you spell it?
Borgias.
Mm-hmm. I want to check that out. That sounds interesting. I love the Renaissance.
Oh,
like the Renaissance is the whole reason you have a beautiful painting on your chapel.
It's true. I love the Renaissance. Hey, I just saw you on the Renaissance.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yep.
Do you do much art history?
Oh yeah, we had a whole lesson on the art history.
That's awesome.
From medieval art to Renaissance art, the whole evolution, how they actually started trying to draw real people instead of just like freaking. And I mean, I straight up was like, yeah, medieval art was basically cartoons. They took a whole new shift when they got to Renaissance art and trying to make it realistic.
Do you have a favorite artwork from that era? I have one.
Oh, the entire ceiling in the Sistine Chapel is pretty iconic.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick a favorite there. Actually, and this is a sleeper pick.
Okay.
But I think Raphael's School of Athens is fun.
That's what I was going to say.
Really? Okay, I was going to say, because there's so many hidden Easter eggs that you can only appreciate if you're a true Renaissance art fan.
I love the School of Athens. I literally have a poster of the School of Athens.
Really? Okay. That's hilarious that was your pick.
I love it.
This is that
and that. Yeah. There's so much going on in it. There's so much.
I love how he threw because I don't know if you knew this, but Raphael and Michelangelo not good friends in real life, and he threw a little sad Michelangelo sitting on the steps.
I know, and he threw himself in there.
Yeah, he did. He threw a lot of Renaissance people in there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're telling me they weren't close Ninja Turtles?
No, they were not close Ninja Turtles. No, which it's kind of I think I have no idea what the other Ninja Turtles thought of Donatello, but Raphael and Michelangelo like beefed but Michelangelo and Da Vinci respect each other, and Michelangelo and Raphael, or sorry, Da Vinci and Raphael respect each other. So everybody loved Da Vinci. It seems like everyone loves Leonardo.
Interesting. That's something I want to study more. Renaissance era.
Well, actually, hold on. I might be tripping here. Actually, you know what? I think I know why they didn't really know each other, because Donatello was alive like 50 years before the other three.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait a second, I know why. Actually, it's fun. Oh well, one more thing, because I administered my last test, and I made careful to make sure all 4 Ninja Turtles were represented on the test in different questions. Like I went out of my way to ensure that there was a question where Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello were all answers.
Nice.
Nothing with Shredder though. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. What about Splinter?
Shredder fans. No Splinter either.
Oh man, I had an awesome like Ninja Turtles van toy when I was a kid. It was really cool.
That is sick. Okay, so where were we? Yeah.
Oh, my twin brother said he wanted to be a shredder when he grew up because he liked Shredder.
Hey, Shredder was badass, man. If I was he was like a samurai, but like the most like badass looking samurai you can ever imagine. Like,
I can't blame him for wanting to be a shredder.
Wow, Shredders were freaking cool, man. I know like the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the Shredder in that movie, that was just like freaking blades on blades on blades. I was like, that's freaking badass. I love suit armor like that.
What game were we on? I don't remember.
Chicago, Minnesota. There you go.
Yep.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh again. Man, we got both our Pittsburgh games done by week 11.
Damn.
Kind of sucks because they usually fall apart at the end of the year.
Seahawks at Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I want to whoop on the Rams so bad. So bad. It's so hard against McVay, though. He's just too good.
KC, Denver. And then another great Sunday night game, Detroit, Philly.
Damn.
Detroit's getting some good Sunday nighters.
They're getting a lot of prime time, deservedly.
Yeah, well deserved, obviously.
Oh, God.
Vegas,
that would be awful.
Just throwing some big name market.
Hey, Pete Carroll coaching tree.
That's true. Hey, that's true. Carroll versus Shoddy. Didn't even think about that one.
Dude, those offenses are going to be so boring.
Buffalo, Houston, quietly.
That game's going to take an hour. It's going to be all runs.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Week 12. Buffalo, Houston, quietly great Thursday night game.
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh, Chicago.
Shout out to friend of the pod. Friend of the pod, Russell's going to get to the Titans game.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. Let's see. Minnesota, Green Bay. Oh, man.
I believe in Anthony.
First Philly Dallas game of the year. So never mind. The season opener is Philly Dallas. That wasn't my thing.
I believe in Anthony Richardson to beat the Chiefs. Do you know, I kind of got what I wanted with Anthony Richardson with Milrow. Because I was definitely wrong. And they're probably a lot closer than I thought they were. Although Anthony Richardson was also like 6'3" and 250 pounds. Although Milrow is, I'd say Milrow's faster.
Oh, he's definitely faster.
I wish he ran a 40, man.
Tampa, LA, that's a fun Sunday night game.
That's going to be a fun one.
Carolina, San Francisco. That's when the Monday night games start falling apart. Thanksgiving. Great.
That's a good slate. That's a good slate.
Thanksgiving slate right there.
That's a really good Thanksgiving slate. God damn.
I
That
feel
is
like the
awesome.
Thanksgiving slates the past few years have kind of fallen off. I feel like they're
Last
giving us
year's,
some
oh
debates.
yeah, yeah. No, they've been horrible the last few years. Last year there was nothing interesting on, and like it was so bad. I was watching like a not very close college mid-major game on Thanksgiving.
Right. I remember thinking I was like, I can watch Tulane Memphis or I can watch Giants Cowboys.
Yeah,
Tulane Memphis it is.
and it wasn't even close. It
No,
wasn't
it
a close
wasn't.
game
Memphis
either.
killed them.
Uh,
Actually, the New York Dallas game was actually much closer, but it was just I knew it was going to be boring.
yeah, and it was. And like the year before, I think was when the Seahawks got killed by the Niners.
Yep. Yep.
That was a total bummer. We stopped watching that one pretty quick.
Yeah. That's a great way to ruin your Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's one of the few times I've stopped watching Seahawks games was because it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah. No, I remember the only year where I've actually okay, that's not entirely true. 2018 after Dalton got hurt, they were like they were 5-3 at one point, but then like a week later Dalton got hurt, and I knew at that point they're starting Jeff Driscoll the rest of the year. I was like,
Ugh.
it's done. I wasn't watching games that closely that the rest of that year. And then 2019, the year I knew we were tanking, I didn't watch games that closely, except for the tank for Burrow Bowl against Miami. I watched that
That
one
was a fun
with
one.
bated breath.
The
Watched that
Super
one with
Burrow,
bated-
the Super Burrow Bowl.
the Super Burrow Bowl. That's right. I watched that one with bated breath. That was the only game that whole year, and there's not been a no. Okay, and then actually 2020 after Burrow got hurt, I wasn't watching those games that closely. So I mean, I guess my fandom is dependent on the health of my quarterback and the actual competitiveness of my team.
You know, I watch because I just love poetry in motion. That's what football is.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I love that football is the only sport that, hey, you may not be the most talented, you're the less talented team, but you can go out and win by just smacking the other team in the mouth as hard as you can.
Yep. I respect that.
Only sport. I guess you could say like hockey, but like I don't think it's the same. I still think skill difference matters. Whereas there's the phrase "any given Sunday" for a reason.
Right. That's true.
I actually that movie was on TV a couple of weeks ago, or a week or two ago at like 10 p.m. And I'd never watched it, so I started watching it. And I realized how long of a movie it was and how kind of slow it was because the football content was actually like pretty accurate. That's a lot of things football movies struggle with. And it was like midnight. It was like I was halfway through. I was like, I am done because it was on TV. So like there's commercials too. It was like this is taking too long. But it was an interesting story. But it's just like this is too much.
It's too much, man. It's too much. Black Friday, Chicago, Philly.
Yet another bad Black Friday game.
Yeah, no, that one doesn't do much for me. Unless
Like
Chicago
what I think of Black Friday games is like very dreary MetLife Stadium with the Jets playing on the very first Black Friday game. It's like, this is totally meaningless.
Hey, last year the Raiders should have beat Kansas City in the Black Friday game.
They should have.
They fucking choked it. Fucking O'Connell. Ain't no O'Connell. Let's see here.
Now Gino, oh god, Geno Smith's gonna get eaten alive in that division, man.
Yeah, right.
I can't. Geno Smith, you have to go up against Patrick Mahomes twice with Eugene Smith.
Eugene Smith. What else we got here?
Like you still have the worst quarterback in your division, who your coach just loves.
Better than it was.
Yeah, your coach just loves him, which is fine because we all know what you're going to do. You're going to go in 12 personnel, run the football and run play action, and feast with the tight ends. And that's at least a coherent offense.
Yeah. Hey, Minnesota, Seattle. There you go. The Darnold Bowl.
That'll be fun. That'll be a fun one.
Buffalo, Pittsburgh. Speaking of Geno Smith going up against the divisional opponent, here you go. Bo Nix versus Jaden Daniels on Primetime.
Dude, the one time I've seen Geno Smith go up against Mike McDonald defense, actually the few times because he played a few this year, it was ugly.
Oh man, yeah, they've stopped trying to make games. That's rough. That's a great Thursday night game, though.
That's gonna be fun.
Detroit. That'll be a good one. Hey, there
Honestly,
you go, Mike versus Seattle.
Honestly, I'll go to this game. I'd go to this game. I want to go to the College Football Hall of Fame. I want to go to the Coke Museum. I'd go to that. I'd love to go to Atlanta. Eat some peaches.
Eat some peaches. Eat some Chick-fil-A. They got Chick-fil-A in Seattle. I guess it's not a Georgia-specific thing anymore, but let's see.
Go to Magic City.
Go to Magic City.
I'd be so out of place there.
Cam Ward versus Shadur Sanders, anyone?
Oh, that would be fun. Don't you mean Kenny Pickett?
Did you mean Dylan Gabriel?
I really hope they start a bunch of different quarterbacks, man.
I hope they start all 5 of them at some point. Well, not Deshaun Watson because he'll be out all season. But I hope they start all 4 of them at different
Is he going to be out all season?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he retore his Achilles in, February.
Is there any getting out of that contract?
No, not for a couple of years. Because the problem is they keep restructuring it.
Why?
So, they're going to be still paying him even after the contract's up.
You got to go to the NFL to get some help on that one, man.
The Browns did this themselves.
Poor Kevin Stefanski, man. He's a good coach.
Yep. And they keep restructuring it because they keep wanting to try to be competitive. When it's like, nah, man, just blow it up. Just accept
Kevin Stefanski is going to get fired, and he's going to be an awesome OC for a year and be a head coach for a year. And he'll hold out to be a head coach of an actually competent franchise.
As he should.
Because he's an awesome coach. I'm sorry. But if you can make the Browns competitive, you earn my respect.
Washington, Minnesota. That's going to be a great game there.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun.
Pittsburgh, Baltimore. First Pittsburgh, Baltimore game this season. Cincinnati, Buffalo. Those.
Oh, hey. We got the old man fight competition. The old man fight game. Do you see it?
Old man fight game. Sean Payton versus Pete Carroll?
No. It's players. It's players.
Oh, players. Oh, goodness. Old man fight. Oh, gosh. I feel like I'm going to be an idiot when I don't see it. Houston, KC. No, I have no idea.
Saints, Bucks. Lattimore Evans.
Lattimore's on the Commanders now.
No! That's the only thing interesting about those games.
Literally, I was like, what? Yeah, he got traded to the Commanders last year.
What time last year?
It was around the trade deadline.
I completely missed that.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore's on the Bucks now. Or no, Commanders now, I mean.
Oh, if he was on the Bucks, there'd be practice fights every day.
Man, that'd be crazy. I kind of wish he was on the Bucks.
I love those memes of Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans still going at it. And it's like those two old black guys playing basketball against each other, all mad at each other.
That's like the Josh Norman, Odell Beckham, only 5 years younger. I mean,
they've been going at it a lot longer than those two were.
Well, no, it's just funny because they've been going at it since 2018.
Yeah.
But it was just funny because Odell and Norman, that was the first one where it was a receiver and DB where it's I feel like if they found each other outside the stadium, it'd just be on site.
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati, Buffalo, that'll be a fun game there. LA, Arizona, Houston, Kansas City. That's gonna be a good Sunday night game. Philly, LA could be a fun Monday night game.
Oh yeah.
The thing about saying, that could be a fun game with Philly is any Philly game could end up being a blowout just because they feel freaking
unbelievably stacked.
But they'll have a letdown game here or there, I'm sure.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni is just the luckiest coach on the planet, man.
Absolutely. Gosh, I could coach a Howie Roseman team, honestly, and it'd probably be pretty good.
You have the same call every 4th and 1.
Yeah. Atlanta,
Tampa, and you're and Vic Fangio is your DC.
right.
Like, what do you have to do?
Oh, man. Atlanta, Tampa, that'll be a fun Thursday night game. It's a good stretch of Thursday night games here, actually. Thursday night games are better than the Monday night games. Baltimore, Cincy.
The Bucks play the Commies this year, right? No.
Bucks, do they? I feel like they. No, they won't. They won't play the Commies. Nope. Yeah, no. Bucks.
Damn it! All right, we gotta hope for the playoffs.
Yep.
Which more than likely, in my opinion.
Good chance. Good chance. Baltimore, Cincy, LA, Kansas City. A couple fun AFC divisional matchups there.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, New York. Detroit, LA. Hey, there you go. That'll be good. Minnesota, Dallas. Miami, Pittsburgh. The Miami Freeze starting early.
Uh-oh.
Miami having to go. I think we talked
Cold
about this
Seahawks game. Look at that game of the week slate. Other than LA.
I think. Let's see. What should these games? Probably Detroit, LA would get the actual game of the week nod here. Why do they have them all so late though? Like normally a couple of these would be 2:05.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
But yeah, Detroit, LA would almost certainly be the game of the week from the slate. Maybe Denver, Green Bay too. Probably be a contender. They'd probably send Nance and Romo to this game, and they'd probably send Nance and Romo to one of these games up here.
Yeah.
Did send Nance and Romo to Kansas City. Let's be real. They'll send Kevin Harlan to Cincinnati though, and it'll be the freaking greatest game ever.
Oh yeah. You put him in the spin cycle.
I feel like Kevin Carlin calls every single Ravens-Bengals game, and it always ends up being fantastic.
Oh yeah, I wish he called college games, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome.
I'm calling both games.
I'm calling both games. Indy, Seattle. Yeah, there you go. Minnesota, Dallas on NBC, and then Miami. The Miami Freeze starting right before Christmas. Speaking of Christmas,
it's so weird that they have that issue when they're such like a hard running game.
Right? It's like they're just they're a finesse team, man. The finesse.
They're just soft. They're just soft.
Yeah. LA, Seattle, another good Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good run of these right now. Green Bay, Chicago, Philly, Washington. Nice. This is the same day as a college football playoff starting, so there you go.
We'll be busy watching Demond be the number 1 seed quarterback.
Well, if he's the number 1 seed, they won't be playing on that.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn.
You're fired.
Got me. Fired hot shot.
One episode. That's crazy.
God, I'm off my game, man. That's what these long breaks do to you.
It's a Sunday night episode. It's okay.
This was your plan the whole time. This is why you delayed these.
I knew you'd be off on a Sunday night. Let's see. Oh man. Oh wow. Well, this is not a great Sunday slate. I'm not gonna lie. Pittsburgh, Detroit could be interesting. Cincinnati, Miami on Sunday. Man, it's a rough Sunday slate when Cincinnati, Miami is probably your headliner.
I'm really starting to think Detroit might have missed their chance, man.
Detroit's schedule's freaking loaded. And that's not even to get into, but the games from the last episode that we kind of already forgot about, like they Packers, Bears, Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Chiefs.
Bucks, Vikings, Commies, Eagles, Packers, Rams, Steelers, Oh my god!
They got a freaking their schedule's insane, man.
I think they might have missed it, man. Because as great as Goff has been there, I think they're running into the same problem as the Rams did.
Yeah. I can see that.
And I will say this: he wasn't the reason why they lost in the playoffs, though. I'll say that.
No, right. Man, the two best games of the entire weekend are probably the LA Seattle Thursday night game and the Philly Washington Saturday afternoon game.
Rough.
Well, the Sunday slate's rough. Hey, but at least Cincinnati gets Miami during the Miami Freeze.
I like how there's a term for that now.
I'll never say no to playing Miami in December.
I love how there's a term for that now.
Oh, yeah. The Seattle Freeze, now it's the Miami Freeze.
Christmas Day games, another good. Wow, the Cowboys and the Lions.
They're giving us good eating on.
But it's funny, the Cowboys and Lions play on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
On Christmas, and Kansas City does too.
That's the Quandre Diggs thing. Man, I left Detroit so I didn't have to do this anymore.
Oh yeah, no, they got they got Dallas, Detroit, and Kansas City on all three on both major holidays.
I will say this: the late Pete years, man, we had some freaking scrubs on the team that Pete just liked and didn't move off of. Compared to now, I think we have more talent in the right spots, right? We were paying so much money into receivers because Pete loved. I love Lockett, but yeah, Lockett has been past his prime for a bit now. But paying DK and Lockett, and Jason gets a decent chunk.
Yeah.
Not putting money into we finally fixed the D line, and now we're working on fixing the O line because Pete put money into his guys.
Philly Buffalo on the Sunday slate. That's a great game. Philly Buffalo. Chicago, San Francisco in the nightcap. LA. That could be interesting. And then which of these three games ends up being the Saturday games? Because I have to choose three of these for Saturday games. Baltimore and Green Bay is a pretty safe bet.
Yep.
Houston, LA.
Houston, LA. You don't think the Seahawks Panthers are going to be a Saturday?
Well, no, it's not going to be Giants Raiders, so it's either going to be Cardinals, Bengals, or Seahawks Panthers.
It won't be the Seahawks Panthers, man.
All right, there you go. Bengals are playing on Saturday again.
That is an awful game.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? Maybe the Panthers will be competitive.
They still don't have the roster yet, man.
Hey, you know what? The Saturday after Christmas game last year was the incredible Bengals-Broncos game. So if they got another Saturday after Christmas game this year.
That was an awesome game.
It'll be good eating. Although I think Cardinals aren't good. Then again, I didn't think the Broncos were good last year either, and I ended up being wrong. So.
I think there were a lot more pieces, especially on defense for the Broncos before the season. That we didn't really see.
Week 18, obviously.
Like Cody Barton.
That's true, they had Cody Barton. None of these times are set. Two of these games will end up on a Saturday, obviously. But as far as matchups go, LA Denver, I could see that being for an AFC playoff spot.
Seahawks Niners.
Minnesota. Yeah, Seahawks Niners down here.
It's cool to bookend the season with the Seahawks and Niners.
That's cool. I like. Hey, Bengals are bookending the season on the Battle of Ohio. They start at Browns.
That's awesome.
Finish hosting the Browns.
Miami's going up to New England. Although I think that's one of the few teams that they're freeze-proof too. Yeah. Wait, no, it's the other way around. Never mind. Nope, I'm thinking. Yeah. Never mind. Ravens Steelers. That'll be fun.
Ravens Steelers. That's a great Week 18 matchup there. It's always great. I will say, I feel like for a while there, and this actually hasn't been the case for a few years now, but for a while, it was always Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers, Browns in Week 18. Mm-hmm. And the past couple of years, they've moved more towards, hey, let's put the Battle of Ohio and Steelers, Ravens in Week 18.
See, for a long time, it was Seahawks, Cardinals Week 18 consistently. Mm-hmm. That's been like that the last few years.
Yeah. I like that they're mixing up a little bit. And like last year, we played the Steelers Week 18, which was like, I think we'd done that one other time, but it was always Bengals Ravens.
Yeah.
And they finally decided to mix it up. And now we played the Browns in Week 18, like I think 3 of the last 5 years now. So that's becoming consistent. And I'm not going to complain about it because it's usually a pretty easy win there at the end of the year. Let's see what else here. Commies Eagles, is that could be for that could not only be for the division, that could be for number one seed in the NFC,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that feels like an early easy contender for that Sunday night spot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Along with Ravens Steelers, of course.
Wait, you're saying that the Seahawks Niners isn't for the 1 seed?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's
could be for the division. I don't know. If the Niners surprise us, it could be for the division.
It's not going to be for the division. I'll tell you that right now. Seahawks are winning it by week 15.
Week 15 when I have all of them at 7-6. No, that was week 14 where you're all 7-6. Hey, but then the Seahawks went out after that, so there you go.
Hey, we're in position for it. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, no, the back half of the schedule is definitely more favorable. You're totally right about that.
For sure.
Which I prefer. I definitely prefer that.
Right, exactly. Well, I know the Bengals are going to suck in the beginning of the year anyway, so you might as well get all the hard games out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going to suck either way.
I feel like good teams consistently have some struggles out of the gate. That happened to the Patriots a bunch. It happened to the Seahawks in the peak LOB. I feel it's a weird phenomenon. I'd like to maybe try to understand that a little bit better when I have the time to make kind of a deep dive in that. But I feel like a lot of good teams struggle early, like the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
And my biggest theory is, a lot of people in the NFL usually say, you figure out tendencies a couple weeks into the season of every team, so you're able to understand what you're up against a lot better. So I think that might be a factor. Because you see bad teams have like a hot start, and then end up sucking. So they get figured out. Cough, cough, Saints.
Cough, cough, Saints. Yep, that's true. That is true. And then they end up kind of falling apart down the stretch.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be an interesting thing to study, why that happens. But I think that's what I think is probably the answer. It's tendencies. We made it through.
Yeah, sure. Alrighty.
So, what should the agenda be here? We will be taking a short hiatus next week.
Yes, we will be.
Maybe I'll record a short. The night of the wedding.
A short. Yeah. The funny thing is we got all summer. So hold on, I
was thinking maybe hold off on draft grades till after the wedding.
Afterwards, yeah.
Because I don't think it's best to jam in a bunch of episodes. Maybe let's take a 2-week hiatus, maybe.
2-week hiatus, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, 2-week hiatus.
Depending on how you feel, this is just for you because you're wrapping up school and you got the wedding.
Yeah.
So if that's something you'd like to do, I totally respect that.
Yeah, we'll play with it. I'm always down. The nice thing about once school's out, I mean, this week especially, I'll just have I'll be a lot less stressed. So,
it's your call. To the subject of the college of the chair.
We'll figure it out.
We are in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Yes, call to the chair. That's right. But we'll keep you posted on that. But
draft grades are coming though. They're coming.
They're coming. I mean, look at it. We got the sheet already. The sheet's all ready to go.
Beautiful.
It's just a matter of making it happen.
Just beautiful.
That's all ready. And then, before you know it, we're gonna be back into pick season, baby.
Oh baby. And
this isn't the college. Well, the college football sheet's a little different because the college football sheet I have to I change it every week based on the top 25. So college football sheet I won't have ready until like the first 18 comes out.
Understandably,
we'll be rolling.
I can smell it. We're getting closer. It's almost June. Seahawks practice time will be soon. then possible preseason game. Let's take a look at the Seahawks preseason schedule real quick.
Let's do it.
We have 2 home games. We got 2 options.
Yeah, let's see.
If it lines up with you being up.
Yeah, if it lines up. Let's see here. Full schedule. Oh, here we go. Here's the full schedule here. Wait, no, I want preseason. Oh, why is it not? It only shows me the one preseason. Hold on. That can't be right. Hold on. That cannot be right.
I can probably pull it up for you.
No, I got you. 2025 Seahawks. Here we go. I don't know why I was being so difficult.
Vegas at Seattle, 8-9.
Vegas at Seattle, 8-9. So then I imagine
Chiefs at Seattle, 8-16.
Okay.
And then away game after.
That might not line up, unfortunately.
And then at Green Bay, 8-23.
Yeah. We'll play it. Worst case, could always go to a practice. If
yeah.
Schedules don't line up.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that'll be fun. We're getting closer to it, my friend.
Hopefully we could see Jalen Milroe throw ducks together.
Let's do it. Well, in that case...
Well, no, he doesn't throw ducks. He just misses, throws a missile and just misses by 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's okay. He'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that is it. I think it's time. It's almost midnight. I do, unfortunately, last Monday for a while, but I do have to work in the morning, so we'll call it there. That is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Schedule release review. Took a while. Took 2 episodes, but we got through it. Closing thoughts, Mr. Jokin.
If one of us celebrates like J-Mo, all of us celebrate like J-Mo. If one of us kick like, all of us kick like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks. And don't get fined like J-Mo. Oh, there we go.